It's been a long day in central Iowa with snow coming in droves over the last 24 hours and the aftermath. Roads like these. Plows have been out all day, but with the continuous snow and then the windy conditions, some areas just got recovered as soon as they were cleared. Those plow drivers are still out in Des Moines tonight, although some municipalities like Urbandale and then Franklin and Wright counties have called off the services for the night. We find Local 5's own Jake Brand in one of those plows on a route. He's been monitoring how the city streets are faring for us this evening. Jake, how do things look?
Hi, Steph. The roads are looking about the same as they did earlier today at 5 and 6. You talked about it. It's that wind that keeps blowing the snow back onto these roads. Right now I'm on Fleur, a pretty familiar site, Wakanda Golf Course off to my left. These plows have been out for pretty much 24 hours now, getting these roads right, and it doesn't matter how many times they go over these roads, the snow keeps blowing back on them, but there's no doubt that they are currently safer now than they were 24 hours ago. John is the driver that I'm with right now. He's been plowing roads for Des Moines for 3 years. He said that this is probably the worst storm that he's seen yet. Combine all that with the winds that are supposed to be going into however long Chris says they will. It's not a great time to be driving right now, but we're heading to McKinley Avenue right now. That's where I'll be later in the show, and we'll see how bad that snow is over there. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Jake, thank you. And in weather like this, it is still possible for even this heavy machinery to just fall flat. Meteorologist Chris Kubal saw these two plows stuck in the drifts earlier this evening. And if they can get in a jam, it is easy for anyone to do so. So if you are able to stay in tonight, that is going to be your safest option. Chris, the roads just really deteriorating the further we go into this day.
Yeah, and you just heard from Jake in town. Outside of town, it's even worse. He's talking about snow filling back in the city streets. You can imagine what's happening out in those rural areas, especially those roads that may not get as much treatment. Blizzard warnings extending tonight through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. It's building in drifts like this. This is from earlier in the day in Gilbert from Jason. No doubt it's grown even taller by now. Snowflakes thankfully wrapping up. That takes one component away, but we still have that wind and all that loose snow to contend with. Check out these snowfall reports. And these are the latest ones that we have gotten. Some previous ones earlier in the day now I just don't feel are appropriate. Visibility is down, especially where you see that green color coming in. It is worse as you get out of city limits. Wind gusts still checking into the 40 to 45 mile per hour range from time to time, especially in central and northern Iowa. All the red you see here on this map denoting roads that are currently impassable. This does include a section of roadway I-80 coming west of Iowa City and I-35 in northern Iowa, where Franklin and Wright counties have been, the plows have been pulled from both of those counties. It is that bad out there. Here's the blizzard-like conditions near Ames from earlier in the day, and yeah, struggling to get the cars out of the snowbanks tonight. That's why it's best to limit travel to emergency travel only. Travel is not advised. Wind will dial it back ever so slightly overnight, but it doesn't mean those conditions will improve through the day tomorrow. I'll let you know the reasoning behind this and when things will get better coming your way.
All right, Chris, thank you. Yeah, on the highways tonight, things haven't been looking all that great. Around 6 p.m. this evening, two jackknife semis blocked traffic both ways on I-80 outside of Iowa City. The DOT is advising drivers that the interstate is impassable tonight from Victor to I-380 in Iowa City due to the weather, along with northern portions of I-35. Now, it's situations like that that are causing some semi-truck drivers to have no choice but to leave the interstate and pull over at a truck stop. Here's one of those stops in Clive. Look how busy this one is. Dozens of trucks, some almost completely covered in snow, parked, and drivers telling Local 5 they aren't leaving until whiteout conditions are gone. Here's how the Iowa DOT again is ranking those highway conditions right now. Lots of tow advisories in place statewide. That means if you do get stuck, tow trucks probably not going to be able to get your car out until this clears up. And all the purple means travel is not advised at all Red roads completely impassable. Those are really adding up out there right now. To stay up to date on the latest information our weather team is putting out, text the word snow to the number you see on your screen. We'll send you the latest forecast. Well,